What's up, YouTube? And it's time. It is time to talk about. Fuck. I almost said Final Fantasy. Hell in the Cell. Jeez, Final Fantasy. I need to go to sleep. So, Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso started the whole night off, which I was surprised by because I was like, either this is going to be the main event or Sasha and Bayley will be the main event. But neither of them made the main event. It was actually Randy versus McIntyre. We'll get to that. Now, seemed like I was on a live stream while also watching it, so it was like a watch party kind of thing. And it seems like a lot of people didn't like this match. And then a lot of people did like this match. And the issue that people had with it mostly was that it's an I Quit match, right? But it wasn't, and it's in Hell in a Cell, but it wasn't very, brutal, People see these older Hell in a Cell matches, and it's like, damn, kicking people's asses, taking names. And yeah, you want to be safer nowadays, right? You want to be safer, and you don't want wrestlers to get injured and freaking die or get CT and all that. And I'm glad they're protecting, the wrestlers, etc. But when you have these kind of matches, just kind of like, I don't know, be a bit more creative. I don't know, man. Like, if you're just going to be safe, don't give me the same spots that you do every year, Now, granted, in this match, it was different, right? They had a strap, like a strap match, mid-match. You know what? How do I explain it? So basically, they introduced the chair first, and then they brought in the strap where they had each other's arms trapped, and then they had steel steps get involved as well. I believe those are the only weapons that were used, and I think it makes sense because they're family members, right? So yes, Roman has his new persona. He is the tribal chief, right? He is doing what he has to do, or what he believes he has to do in his mind, right? And then you have Jey, who still sees Joe or Roman as a family member. He doesn't want to try to destroy him or end his career or anything, but he wants to, kind of set him right. This is kind of like tough love, essentially, is what this is supposed to be. But Roman's going about it all wrong, essentially, is what Jey believes. And Roman thinks this is the only way to go about it because he's the breadwinner in his mind. So, and technically he is, right? I mean, the statistics don't lie. Anyways, this match was fucking hilarious. I loved it. I like this whole match. I like them beating the crap out of each other with the strap, Jey choking him out. He didn't say he quit, but he passed out. And then Roman freaking drop kicking, or does his drive-by like he does in the apron, but instead he had Jey set up the other way, and I think he did it once, and then Jey was pretty much out, and then he grabbed the steps, set it up again, and then drilled the steps to his face. That was crazy. So you're like, oh, okay, well, Jey's out cold. How is he gonna say he quits, right? And then Roman's like, oh, we ain't stopping this match. That was hilarious. We might as well close this. And because this match ain't over, so he had like officials in the ring, other referees trying to stop him, and they have to leave because Roman's out of control. The inmates are running the asylum, so he gets Jey underneath the steps, and he's about to crush him with the steps. And here comes Jimmy running down to the ring, and Jimmy's like, "Hey, leave him alone. Get off my cousin, or get off your cousin. This is family, man. We here for you." And Roman starts crying, and he's like, "Man, I don't even know who I am anymore." And it's like, it's an emotional moment, It's like, dang, man, this is interesting. This is a poetic ending, I guess. Maybe Roman's starting to come to the light. Nope. Guillotine choke. Gotcha, bitch. And then he starts to tap him out. And Jey, to get his brother free, says he quits. Now, one might say, well, Jey didn't have to quit, right? Jey could have tried to break that one up. But he was so devastated by all the damage he had taken thus far, there was really no, he couldn't stop him. And his brother's getting choked out. His brother's supposed to be injured right now. So now Jey and Jimmy are both under Roman. They are being led by him. They have to do whatever he says, to do his bidding, essentially, or they are ignored by the entire family. And you would think, how is Roman gonna say that? Who's he, right? He thinks it's the tribal chief, but is he? Is he really? So then Alpha and Sika, Roman's father and uncle, come down to the ring, or they come up on the stage and they embrace Roman, which means they better do what Roman said, or they're gonna have to be exiled from the family. That's crazy. So I like this match. one of my favorite matches. My next favorite match was not these next two matches. Is it the next two? I think so. Yeah, there's an extra match too. But anyways, so then we have Jeff Hardy and Elias. I didn't care about this match. I didn't care. It wasn't a horrible match. It wasn't. But if they wanted to have this match, it should have been a Symphony of Destruction match. I said it before. I'll say it again. Get the instruments out. Kick each other's asses. I didn't care. It's Hell in a Cell, right? Like, either you have this match first and it's crazy, or you just don't. Like, this is basically like the cool down match, because you can't have 3 Hell in a Cell matches back to back to back, right? Because then it gets repetitive. So they tried to change it up a little bit. And I understand that. I do that sometimes. I'll have one match be this way and the other match be a completely different way on purpose. So that, you know, it's not just like, oh, this match and this match. And it's just pretty much the same thing, but it's just with the characters, and that's what it is. I try to mix it up and make it interesting, you know. And I see what they're trying to do. But they should have done a different step for this match. So it ends with Jeff Hardy getting disqualified by hitting Elias with the guitar. Because Elias is going to hit him, and Jeff said, fuck that noise, and hit him with the guitar after Elias wrote a song talking about how Jeff's still an addict. So we're still doing this. I thought we were done with this. I thought Jeff overcame this, and now Elias comes and does the exact same thing. And it's like, so Jeff is just going to be this punching bag because of his real life drinking addiction that he once had. He's been sober, and we're still going to use it against him. Okay. Cool. So let's go on to the next match, which is, I believe it's Otis versus The Miz. And I thought, by the way, I thought Jeff was going to beat Elias. He didn't, so I got that wrong. I thought The Miz is going to lose here to Otis. I thought this was going to be just like them getting Otis back on the screen again, a bit more of a prominent figure, give him a big win over a former champion. Nope. They got me. I thought Tucker could turn. I thought it was a possibility. I just didn't think they were going to do it yet. And he did. He turned and he cost Otis the Money in the Bank contract. And I should have seen it coming because they're on different brands now. So it only makes sense for this to happen at some point. And now I'm thinking they're probably going to face each other at Survivor Series, where it's one from each brand. Or they're going to be on different... If they're on different Survivor Series teams, that's the way to go. Don't do a one-on-one match between them. Put them on different teams. That works better. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen. So they got that little feud going on. So now The Miz is Mr. Money in the Bank, which plays into something that happens later on. But with The Miz being Mr. Money in the Bank, does that mean he's going to hold on to it until he cashes in? Or is Morrison going to feud with him for the briefcase and he's going to take it? Or is Morrison going to wait for him to cash in and then he's going to go for The Miz? I don't know. I think Miz is about to win the World Championship, though. And I think he's going to win it from Orton again. Now, Orton is a heel. So how does Miz go about this? Because he's also a heel. Roman's also a heel. So like, it's like, who does The Miz cash in on? They can't. Do not turn Randy Orton face. I would say, have Orton lose the championship to someone, and then immediately when he loses the championship to some baby face, and everyone's really happy and hunky dory, and then Miz comes out and says, give me the title. That's what's gonna happen. That's what I hope happens. Probably not going to. Bayley versus Sasha, in terms of just physicality, might have been the best Hell in a Cell match of the night. This was pretty good. I expected this to be match of the night, and for me, it was one of them. I'm really stuck between that and Roman's match against Jay, but I guess it might as well just be Roman and Jay, I guess. But the storytelling Roman and Jay was better. I think the physicality is better in Sasha and Bayley's match. And Sasha beat Bayley. I got it right. Sasha beat Bayley for the title. And I guess now she might have a good reign going here. Or is Sasha and Bayley gonna have different Survivor Series teams? Is that what they're gonna do? Or are they still gonna do Raw versus SmackDown? Because I'm perfectly fine with Raw versus SmackDown. It's usually fun every year, so, well, for me it is. So I hope they do that again. But we'll have to wait and see, I guess. I think this is just awesome. I like Sasha, the finish, trapping her between the chair and then using the bank statement. That was sick. I like all the meteors that Sasha pulled out. Bayley set up this contraption with the kendo sticks but didn't use it because it didn't work out the way she thought it would. And I think she did it wrong, honestly. But I get what she was going for, but I think she should have just done a double candlestick taped together, like side by side, and just hit her with that 2 times the impact, or like set it up in the ring with the steps. But she eventually did do that with the steps with the ladder, and then ended up missing and slamming her hands into the chair, trying to jump onto Sasha, which was cool. The spots at the beginning was interesting, and then the finish was interesting as well, and I liked it a lot. And then we go into Mustafa Ali having his Retribution boys get their ass kicked again by, I'm not even going to talk, they're just, it's got to be a joke or something at this point, because when Mustafa was revealed as the leader, I got behind that. I was with that. And then they said, actually, and no. So they just switched it and had them just get their asses kicked again. So it's like, can we do something with them, you know? Can we do something with these guys? Because this could be cool. They could be world title contenders, but not now. Unless they're going to have Mustafa win the freaking United States belt, and they're not. I don't think they will. But if they do, that would be cool, and then maybe we can have, like, I don't know what they're going to do with Ali if he wins the belt, but Ali definitely is worthy of a championship of some kind. I don't know if he's the one to beat Lashley, but considering the feud they have right now, it would only make sense for the leader of Retribution to go for the leader, or the CEO, or COO? I think it's COO of the Hurt Business. I forget what he said, what MVP always says. Anyways, moving on. Don't want to get stuck on that for too long. Let's talk about Randy Orton and McIntyre. Now, I think this should have been the first match because it's been a long-standing feud, and they've already had 2 matches the last 2 pay-per-views. So to me, it was just like, well, 2 matches at the last 3 pay-per-views. But it seems like it was just a better idea to just have this be first, right? But I guess it worked out in the end, kinda, because Randy Orton is now the WWE champion, and now I'm trying to figure out who's going to beat him for the championship. Is Drew just going to get it back? I don't know about that one. I don't think Drew should just get the title back just yet. I think Drew, if anything, well, we can't have another heel champion, but maybe he can win it and then Miz cashes in on him when he wins. I don't know. I don't know, man, dude. This is weird now that Orton's the champion, because it's like there's not really a lot of top faces to go after him aside from Drew. And do we want to see Drew versus Orton again? I'm not saying that their matches have been bad. I'm just saying it's been a really long feud. Like, if they're going to end this, they got to go out with a bang. Now, Edge could easily come back and win the championship, and I would not be surprised if they did that. And I think that's where it might end up going. But just to me personally, it just seems like, what do you do from here? What do you do from here is the question. But all I remember pretty much from this match, because I didn't care too much about it, all I really remember is just them going up to the top of the cell, and then not much happening there. And then they did the Shawn Michaels Undertaker spot where Randy Orton falls off the side of the cell through an announce table. I'm not saying they're both really tall. I'm not saying either of them have to get thrown off the cell. An RKO would have been really sick to do up there, or an RKO off the side. Oh, that would have been crazy, because they had the footrest, so I thought that's what they were going to do. But no, they didn't. They just had Drew go through the table. If I said Orton earlier, I got it wrong. But anyways, I guess I don't know what they're going to do with Randy Orton being the champion. All I can think of is Edge. And maybe Edge wins the belt and he gets cashed in on by The Miz. And they do that. It could be good. I don't know. But regardless, that's it. That's what I thought of Hell in a Cell. Thanks for watching. Later.